Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. This is my Imola 1-3 review and my 1-3 preview to the Monaco 1-3. Obviously, quick turnaround in terms of 1-3s, but we did see Max Verstappen win the Imola 1-3 after he qualified, was it second? Qualified second and made one of the best, probably one of the best hard braking moves on the outside at Imola that we've ever seen by Max Verstappen. That move on the outside, wow, what a move from Max Verstappen. You could say Piastri could have been better defensively because he did need that gap open for Max Verstappen's door on the outside. And but then after that, Max Verstappen just went on to win the Grand Prix quite easily and comfortably. Because once you have that free air, especially at a track like Imola, you don't be hard to catch, especially when you've only got one overtaking opportunity really, and that's on the very long start finish straight. So difficult track to overtake at, and Max Verstappen, job done. Fourth quickest car, by the way, this season. Max Verstappen has the fourth quickest car, by the way, and he's still competing with the two McLarens. Give the man his respect. Give the man his respect right now. He deserves his respect and his credit. I don't want to keep banging on about it. Max Verstappen, three of the four title wins for Max Verstappen, he's not had the car. Simple as that. 2023 was the only season where Max Verstappen did have the car for the full season. Obviously, that season was the first half of the season he did have the car, but then McLaren had the car second half of the season. So, but man, give the man his respect, man. Mentality of Michael Schumacher, the ability of Ayrton Senna. He's really good, man. He is really good. And I can't believe the hate for Max Verstappen, to be honest with you. I can't believe the hate for him. And he's still competing with the two drivers who we all expect to challenge for the title, Norris and Piastri. Crazy, mad, isn't it? It's mad. What phase is Max Verstappen in? What phase is he in? Again, not had the car. This shows it's not about the car, is it? It's about the ability of the driver. And this is why he's still the best driver on the grid. And it's not even close. Not even close. But fair play to Max Verstappen. Job done. Grand Prix win at Imola. Again, probably didn't expect to win at Imola, and he did. And now we get on to the two McLarens. For once, the strategy was an absolute disaster cut, in my opinion. Especially after that full safety car. Why did Piastri... I understand why Piastri didn't get Norris through, because Drivers' Championship and all that, but I'm not being funny. It's only, 6-7 races done this season. It's still way early in the season. Second half of the season, then yeah, I completely understand where Piastri's coming from. But Piastri was on all tyres, and he didn't pit in the safety car. Norris did pit in the safety car and had fresher tyres. I think Norris would have been let through by Piastri. The fact that Norris still finished that far behind Verstappen because his tyres were burnt off trying to get past Piastri in the end. That's why he did finish that far behind Verstappen. If Piastri would have let him by straight away, that would be a closer gap, in my opinion. I still think Verstappen would have won just because of the free air. And Norris would have been just on getting dirty air from Verstappen from the back as well. So Verstappen still would have won, but it would have been more of a closer gap, in my opinion. So, disaster class, if you ask me, from McLaren and strategy-wise, which is so unlike them, to be honest with you. Yes, they're both on the podium, but Max Verstappen, this has been music to Max Verstappen's ears, seeing friction between the two McLaren drivers. Because if them two, if Max Verstappen is still in the title race setting out the season, he will win it, I reckon. He will win it because Piastri's ice cold, don't they? One, Piastri is a better driver than Lando Norris by a country mile, in my opinion, especially ability-wise. Norris obviously has a better talent and potential than Piastri. But if Piastri and Norris are going to be fighting each other on the track, Max Verstappen is going to come out from nowhere and take the lead and drive championship in the second half of the season. Then you're not beating Verstappen after that. You're not. And by the way, my point still stands. If Max Verstappen still goes on to win the Driver's Championship after having the fourth quickest car going into the season, everyone else would be ashamed of themselves, honestly. Everyone else would be ashamed. Especially this team, Ferrari. Why are Ferrari separating? Why are Ferrari separating fourth and fifth place? But, they made up places. They made up places in the race. Yeah, it's Ferrari. They should be doing that. Nah, Ferrari are not getting praise from me. They're not. They're not. They're just separating mediocrity. Oh, but you're to the target dot at the moment is still punching above the weight. We're talking about Ferrari. Ferrari, who expected the chance McLaren this season, start of the season. Nah, they're not getting praise from me. They're not. I'll just say, yeah, well done. Well done for making up places. But that's about it. That's about it. Why should they get praise? This is Ferrari. Post boys of F1 and the separate mediocrity. Come on. Oh, yeah, Ferrari hater. I'm not a Ferrari hater. I've said this about Ferrari for years. I've said it for years about Ferrari. And it's not even because Lewis Hamilton's there either. Oh, by the way, I must give Hamilton praise. Managed to tie as well. Let's be real. Managed to tie as well, Lewis Hamilton. That's why he's finished that high up in there. That's why he's finished that high up in there. And by the way, still changes nothing. He's still not done a chance on a title, in my opinion. Still changes nothing for me. Alex Albon, eventually getting his fifth place back from Charles Leclerc. I think Charles Leclerc pushed him off track. I think it was near the end of the race. I don't know. I don't know about that. I kind of feel bad for Leclerc on there because it was tight. He did close the door on Albon, but there was still Leclerc had the right to that space, in my opinion. So, but yeah, obviously Leclerc wasn't that penalty if he didn't get the PS back. So he did the PS back straight away, which was the right decision. George Russell, good qualifying, just a poor race. Yeah, just didn't go for him in the race in the end. But yeah, good points for Williams, good double points for both Williams drivers, as Albon and Carlos Sainz. And by the way, this is a Williams team who are preparing for next season. What have they done behind with the full car? With the car under the belts. That is a scary prospect, in my opinion. That's what I think. I think Williams are the next McLaren, and what McLaren are now. Williams are going to be what McLaren are now in a few years' time, in my opinion. They're going to be up there, Williams. It's just so good to see McLaren doing well. Just good to see Williams on that progress as well. Good old school team as well. Great to see that happening, to be fair. Isaac Hadjar, solid race from him again. Really impressing, isn't he? Really impressing that free tab. And Yuki Tsunoda, obviously, picking up the final point. Obviously, making up 10 places. fair play to Yuki Tsunoda because that's very good. Especially around Imola as well, where there's only one part of the track where you can really overtake with start finish straight, where you. I know everything else helped, but at the end of the day, did the job Yuki Tsunoda, so he did well as well. Obviously, it was a good start to the race for Aston Martin, the two Aston Martin drivers, but they just flopped in the end and fell off in the end. Progress is probably still there though, the Aston Martin car. He still saw some improvements this weekend in the developments in that Aston Martin car, maybe from Adrian Newey as well. Maybe slowly start to build that car up for next season as they are preparing for next season. Hulkenberg didn't have a bad race today. Wasn't in the battle for the points. Per Dadsey went onto the gravel, which did cost him the points in the end, in my opinion, at the start of the race. Liam Lawson now, this is the thing about Liam Lawson, he had that impact, didn't he, when he did first come to free car, but now he's just fell off as well. So he could well get with PS as well, Liam Lawson, not lived up to the hype. Toro Pinto, obviously his debut in the Alpine. Just didn't have it, did he? Just didn't have it. But it's going to take 3 more races to reach us, Toro Pinto. Haas, for me, the Haas drivers, the Haas cars, just didn't have it. Didn't have it in this Grand Prix. Did the Ocon, then the DNF, Berman 17th, Borsetto 18th, and then Borsetto, he had some problems in moments, didn't he? Yeah, but then didn't have it. And Timmy Antonelli, his car just completely switched off, didn't it? Which obviously caused a safety car. So not a home race to remember for Timmy Antonelli, in my opinion. So in terms of what it means then for the driving standards, Oscar Piastri's got a 13-point lead over Lando Norris and 22-point lead over Verstappen. Verstappen 9 points behind Norris. So it's still a 3-way battle for the Drivers' Championship because at the end of the day, you still can't rule Max Verstappen out because of his ability as well. Russell in 4th, Leclerc and Hamilton moved up a couple of places, 5th and 6th. So, much better weekend for Ferrari, but not something to be celebrating, in my opinion. Antonelli 7th, Albon 8th, Ocon 9th, Stroll 10th, Sainz 11th, Tsunoda is in 12th, Dazi Hadja, Hulkenberg and Berman, with Fernando Alonso, Liam Lawson, Franco Pinto and Borsetto yet to store points. Fernando Alonso maybe should have stored points, shouldn't he, at this Grand Prix? But it is what it is. And in terms of constructors, then, McLaren got a 133-point lead over Mercedes. Yes, be real, McLaren have already sealed the Constructors' Championship. Yes, be real. It's really a battle for second between Mercedes, Red Bull, and Ferrari. I would expect Ferrari to make developments to the car from onwards now. I think Ferrari got a huge chance in Monaco, which will be previewing in a minute. I think Ferrari didn't have a chance in Monaco, to be fair, to have a very good weekend. Because Ferrari seem to do well in the street races, don't they? So the street races, the street circus could be the one for Ferrari, to be fair, where they may have the car. Red Bull, well, they've mainly did Verstappen the car, haven't they? Let's be real. And people be like, oh, so he has got the car then. No, he's got priority in terms of the developments and all that, which is understandable. That's what I'm saying. I don't think Red Bull will be in the battle for second. I still think Red Bull will fall away from that battle for second. But I think most of them points are from Max Verstappen. Yes, be real. Remove Max Verstappen, Red Bull are going to be what, 7th to 8th. So Max Verstappen's doing all the work in terms of storing the points for Red Bull. So Red Bull are not in the battle for second either, in my opinion. Still Mercedes versus Ferrari in terms of that. Williams are in 5th with 51 points. Haas in 6th, Aston Martin 7th, Racing Bulls in 8th, Alpine in 9th, and Sauber in 10th. So all teams have stored points already this season. But yes, move on to the Monaco Grand Prix then, where this will be probably the most boring race this season, because again, start finish straight, quite similar to Imola. Start finish straight is only really overtaking opportunity, but even then, that's very difficult. But in terms of Monaco, start finish straight, that's very difficult to overtake. So you literally can't overtake at Monaco, which makes practice and qualifying more important than ever. If you qualify in the front two, depends who gets the better start, fair play. Because well done, you've won the race, in my opinion, or you finished second, because third and fourth are definitely not overtaken first and second. So your best overtaking opportunity is going to be when the ice go out, in my opinion. Otherwise, that's it. That's the end of the Grand Prix after that. Unless you're going to be incredibly stupid and make a stupid move, in my opinion. So, and obviously strategies are going to be key as well on when to pit as well. So that's the only other thing where you can overtake. And it's going to be a chess match. That's the thing about Monaco. It's a chess match in terms of strategy as well. So 19 turns. There are predictions. So we'll get on to them in a minute. UK schedule: practice 1, half 12 to half 1 on Friday, 23rd of May. Same day, practice 2, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Then on the Saturday, 24th of May, we've got practice 3, half 11 to half 12. And qualifying 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Qualifying will be exciting. This is the thing about Monaco. It's quite weird, isn't it? Yeah, qualifying is actually the most exciting qualifying session in Monaco because it's so unpredictable. While in the race, it's the most boring because yes, you can't overtake. It's going to be about your strategy, really, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to be about your strategy and who has a better start as well, and where you qualify as well. So, but yeah, West PM, 2 p.m. on Sunday, nights out. Now on to the summary then. Winding through Monte Carlo, technical driving to name the day in Monaco GP, offering Nitocci through opportunities to overtake, with qualifying often determine the shape of the race. Team principals will need to think strategically on the circuit. To set a car setup then is low speed corner is crucial. Focusing on medium speed corner and acceleration are also recommended. Various cars which start to focus on downforce as well. Monaco has a reputation as a circuit with very few transport overtake or battle for position, which can make obviously practice and qualifying more important. Placement and qualifying can determine your final points at the end of Grand Prix, so consider pushing even harder than usual. With only one pit stop likely in the Grand Prix, don't be afraid to use softs for each round of qualifying. Dud technical driving at Monaco can make off an underpowered car, as you only like to see top speeds, making it a viable opportunity to earn some points. Drivers will likely bunch up frequently in Monaco, so there may be opportunities to make incremental gains whenever that presents itself. So we'll move on to the circuit information then. Medium downforce circuit, 3.337 meters. First Grand Prix 1950, number of laps 78, race distance 260.286 kilometres, that record Lewis Hamilton with a 1:12.908 in the Mercedes in 2021. Safety car chance 33%, and pit in time lost 21 seconds. In terms of the weather then, it is going to be trying. Monaco was probably expected. Pure sky on Friday, pure sky on Sunday. Bit of sun, bit of clouds on the Saturday for qualifying. In terms of race strategies then, obviously one stopper, mediums to hards. Starting the mediums and down to the hards. Starting the hards and down to the mediums. Starting the softs and down to hard compound tyres. So that your best strategy is probably starting on the mediums and down to hards. That's probably your best strategy in my opinion. Obviously, you saw Charles Leclerc starting the mediums, but obviously there was a big old clash, wasn't there? I think it was Perez and the two Haas drivers. I think it was in last year's Grand Prix, and everyone got a cheap pit stop. Pretty much, and pretty much it made it a bit boring Grand Prix, didn't it, for the drivers at the top end of the field. So yeah, they're the possible race strategies. In terms of my predictions, then, you know what I said earlier, I actually think Ferrari may have the car here. I think Ferrari may have the car because it was the same last season, wasn't it, where Ferrari had the car for the street circus, isn't it? So I think Charles Leclerc will qualify on pole because we don't know how the two McLaren drivers will do. Now McLaren got the dominant car, will they be dominant in Monaco? Max Verstappen does struggle around the street circuits, in my opinion. So I actually think the Ferraris may have their fantasy here in Monaco. I might be a whole V1, but I do expect Ferrari to have the car here in Monaco. I think the McLarens will still chance Ferrari as well, just because they've got the dominant car at the end of the day. I think I do expect Max Verstappen to kind of fall away in terms of the race win here. I don't expect him to chance for the race win here in Monaco. I think Max Verstappen suits the eyes of Imola and all them trots, doesn't he? Where you have three in front as well. So I think Charles Leclerc will qualify on pole, and I do think Charles Leclerc will win the Grand Prix. I think Piastri will finish second. I think Norris will finish third. I think Hamilton will finish fourth. Verstappen will finish fifth. Anthony will finish sixth. And I think George Russell, I don't know why, I think George Russell may struggle and may get a DNF, in my opinion, the Monaco Grand Prix. Just a bit of a Pacific prediction, that, isn't it? It's just out there. So I just feel like Anthony may have more joy than Russell at Monaco, in my opinion. So, and I think the two Haas drivers will get in the points. I think Isaac Hadjar will have another solid race as well, and I think Perez will get back in the points as well. Because I do feel we may see some unexpected drivers get into the points as well, because it is Monaco at the end of the day, can be unpredictable circuit as well. So there are predictions for the Monaco Grand Prix. Feel free to leave your predictions and thoughts down below in the comments. And yeah, I don't know, I have a bit of a punt on Ferrari in Monaco. Charles Leclerc did win the Grand Prix last year as well, didn't he, around Monaco? So I think it might be similar then, where Ferrari would be more stronger at the street circuit, in my opinion. So it's definitely between them and McLaren, in my opinion, to win the Monaco Grand Prix. I just feel Verstappen does have a bit of a weakness in terms of around the street circuits, doesn't he, Max Verstappen? So Monaco as well, Verstappen does tend to struggle around Monaco. He has won here before at Monaco, but apart from that, he does tend to struggle sometimes. I know he's probably won here with the Red Bull as well, but that's when he had probably the most dominant car, didn't he? Let's be real. So between Ferrari and McLaren for me to win the Monaco Grand Prix, but I'm not for Charles Leclerc to win here then in Monaco, and the two McLaren stay on the podium as well, and Hamilton to finish fourth. So then my Monaco Grand Prix predictions, both and my Imola Grand Prix were through. Both we see before down below on everything I spoke about down below in the comments. And can Max Verstappen make it back-to-back wins and put himself right in the race with Piastri and Norris for the Triumph Championship? Or will we see McLaren dead battle in race? Or will we see Ferrari, who are normally strong around the street circuit, have their advantage in the street circuits? Both we see before down below and see all for the Monaco Grand Prix we're through.